Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. Cryptos might get crazy today. We're going to talk about what's going on. Expect potentially a tremendous amount of volatility. However, is the market going to go up? Is it going to go down? How can we profit off of this volatility? I'm going to share with you one of my strategies. I'm going to share with you a couple of strategies, and I'll show you exactly what I really plan to do with this volatility. Volatility can make you a significant amount of money if you understand how to play the volatility game. Now, when we say volatility, if you're new to this stuff, we're just talking about how much the market can move up or down in a given time period. Now, as you come on, do me a favor, smash that like button, say hello, and let's get the comments started. We're going to give everyone a couple of minutes to get on, and then we'll go ahead and get started. The strategy I'm going to use to profit on this volatility that I expect today, it's a little bit unique. Most people don't use this strategy. I'll show you a simple method, but then I'm going to show you what I'm probably going to do, which gives me it gives me decreased profits, meaning there's other ways to make more money, but it gives me a much higher probability of success in the trade. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here in a moment. Which, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who've been following my perpetual 10x leverage trade, that thing is in such great profit. One of the things I'm going to talk about today as well, a little bit later towards the end, we're going to talk about the bullish case for Ethereum and why the price could potentially truly skyrocket. And I touched on this yesterday, but we're going to go into it in a little bit more detail. There's a news story backing this up. After I spoke about it yesterday, it wasn't even a few hours, like 3 or 4 hours, a news story came out saying something very similar. I want to be like, hey, dude, were you on my live stream? But we'll be talking about that as well. Good morning, good morning. Say hello, smash that like button. Let's go. Hey, and if you're new here and you don't want to smash the like button, that's okay. Hopefully, I can give you some valuable information or entertain you a little bit, or give you some commentary that you can appreciate, and maybe I will earn your like before you log off of here. All right. 10 seconds. Getting ready to go. I'm going to pause it before we get to 10 because I don't like that annoying alarm. One of you all said, that alarm's... Oh, I didn't get to it. Oh, yes, I did. Look at that. Holy crap. I couldn't time that any better. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Today, the market sitting at 67,000, almost 68, really trying to push towards that 70,000. Is today going to be the day that we break 70,000? Listen, it's very possible. I'm going to explain why. Adele, hello, hello. I'm going to explain why it's possible. Excuse me. Let me grab a sip of my beverage here. All right. So I'm going to explain why it's possible that we could break 70,000 maybe today. That would be one hell of a move. But it's possible with what's going on and what's coming up. And there's a news story that talks about this. They broke it down really, really well. By the way, Ethereum is touching on $4,000. That's going to be interesting. We realistically might break that today. We're going to see a lot of volatility today. The question is trying to make heads or tails at what is going to happen. But there's a way to be able to profit just from the volatility alone, and it doesn't matter as much whether the market goes up or down. By the way, before I get into it, just a quick recap. $500 I'm about to lock in on BingX. Y'all, I'm trying to earn $1,000 a day. This is $500. I mean, $1,000 a month. You can go down in the description. You can see my journey down there. You can subscribe and follow my journey to make $1,000 a month. But I'm locking in today right at $500 in a single day. So needless to say, most likely I'm going to surpass for the first time my $1,000 goal copy trading with BingX. That's exciting. 70K, Adele, let's see it, let's see it. All right, you can follow my copy trading journey. That's down into the description. But here's what's going on. This is where the volatility is going to come from. So we have Bitcoin traders that are, for the first time, we'll get to this and we'll get to the volatility in a second. I forgot I wanted to cover this. So Bitcoin traders for the first time are doing what's called buying call options on Bitcoin going to $200,000. $200,000. They're buying. So let me explain what this is if you don't know what a call option is. And I'll cover it later in the video. I'll show you some actual examples. But a call option is essentially saying you're going to pay, I don't know, probably $2,000, $3,000, whatever it costs on the exchange for a call option. So I'm not actually buying Bitcoin today. I'm going to pay $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000, $5,000 is what it probably costs, maybe $10,000 for that call option. I'm going to buy it. And if Bitcoin doesn't go to 200,000, and I'm probably going to use it over a long time period, right? So maybe over 12-month period. If Bitcoin goes to 200,000 in 12 months, then I'm going to be able to essentially cash in on that call option. That call option is going to go way high in price. It gives me the right, but not the obligation to be able to buy Bitcoin at 200,000. The crazy thing is to buy the call option now, it's incredibly cheap. That means somebody's thinking that Bitcoin's going to go above 200,000 at some point in the future, probably this year. Now, there's not a lot of volume doing this right now, but I just wanted to point this out that $20 million, I know that sounds like a lot, but it's not as much as it could be. $20 million for worth of $200,000 call options. That's freaking nuts. That's crazy. All right. So another reason I want to point this out is because this is where our volatility is going to come from today. Will market surge with a $3 billion worth, not 20 million. This is a big difference. $3 billion worth of crypto options expiring essentially today. So here's what's happening right now. What's going on is people have options that are going to expire. When these options expire, they are either making money or losing money. And what people oftentimes have to do, they have to do something called cover their options. Or maybe they're going to roll their options. Or maybe they're going to take the other side of a trade. All of these things, and if you aren't familiar with options, all you need to know right now is that it's going to create significant price movement, most likely. Now, if you go down here, they start looking at the put call ratio and they say, hey, it's 0.86. This is normally very bullish for the price. This is why I said, are we going to break 70,000? Because this typically with this much volatility and looking at the put call ratio, it would seem like, hey, people are still going to be bullish, but maybe not. They can be long-term bullish and realize that they're not getting their short-term moves they wanted, so they can flip position. They can all of a sudden go short-term bearish, thinking the market's going to drop. But either way, a lot of people are having to make decisions today. And when they make those decisions, they're going to start buying, they're going to start selling, they're going to start doing things called roll options or flipping options, or all sorts of crazy things they're going to be doing today. Transactions will be happening on the market today, which is going to create a lot of volume. And typically, when you're using something like the options market, it can also create a lot of volatility. So the question is, how am I going to profit from this volatility? Well, one of the simplest things you could do, this is not what I'm doing, but one of the simplest things you could potentially do is, hey, online work, welcome. One of the simplest things you can do is you could come over here to something like Bing, and you could find you one of these traders. And what you would want to do is you would want to find a trader. I would go to a conservative trader. If you've never been here, I would go to a conservative trader, and I would go to someone with actually kind of a low earnings, because typically those are the people that are going to be a lot less volatile and a lot, quote unquote, safer theoretically. So you want to look for someone that's got a smooth curve. Where's she at? There's one in here. I can't find her. I'll show you. Let me see if I can find her. She might work really, really well. She's going to be like my little hodl lady at some point. I got to come down here. I got to figure out, there's a filter. Here we go. Filter. conservative risk, she's down to like a 1. Let's confirm. Let's see what we got here. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to find this chick because she may be an excellent person to use. Win ratio profile. She's traded a lot of days. Let's see. Where's she at? Where's she at? There's a girl in here that she has a very consistent chart. She only makes about 20%, but she has a 20% every, sometimes less than that, every 6 months. But she's got one of the most consistent, lowest risk profiles I've ever seen. Oh, where's she at? Let me see. I don't know what her assets are. Oh, here she is. Jenny. This is Jenny. She's had a bump today, or this week with all the crypto prices. But this girl, she might be someone I would consider using if I look at that. Stable, 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 but still making 3% a month. 11% in 180 days. So there you go. She's trading Bitcoin only. This could be someone to use because see how she had this big spike here? She's probably profiting off volatility. So this could be someone. I would find someone like this would be one of the easy ways. See how there's a big spike here? She may get another big spike. This is an easy way to potentially make some extra gains if you were going to do something like copy trading. This is not what I'm going to do though. This is not what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm coming over here to Lyra. So this is options trading. There's a link in the description. It is an affiliate link. I'm not 100% certain how their affiliate program works, but it is an affiliate link. They're basically trading options and they're doing it in a more decentralized way. I love what they're trying to do here. I use this a lot. It's actually one of my favorite ways to earn crypto right now. So what a lot of people do is they would come in here, and if you don't understand what options are, it's totally fine. I'll try to make it as simple as I can. A lot of people come in here, they would go to Bitcoin, and they would buy a call option, is what you would do theoretically. Now we're expecting a lot of volatility today and or tomorrow. So what you could do is you could buy a March call option, March 9th. Today's the 8th. So you could buy this call option. You're like, hey, Bitcoin's probably going to, I think Bitcoin's going to go over 70,000 today with volatility. If you think that, you come here, you pay $105, $149. Oh, I'm sorry, you pay $300. This is the price. You pay $382. But look, here's what happens. See how the price goes up? There's two things that cause the price to go up. And you just, if you don't, just wait a few minutes, you'll see the price come back. This is just the decentralized nature of their oracles. If you want to see more consistent pricing, you come over here to March 10th. But you're going to pay a little bit more because there's a couple things that will cause this price to go up. And if you notice, if we get above 70,000, your option is going to be worth significantly more. This is about what your option would be worth. It would be one of these numbers over here. If price goes, say, 71, 72, and you ended up buying this $340 option. So a little bit of risk in the money. Again, this isn't the strategy I'm going to use. The strategy I'm going to use, you could argue, has slightly higher risk, but a much greater chance of success. Because here, the only way really that you're going to make money is if this continues to, if the price continues to push up. You're going to potentially make some money. But as time passes, this option has an expiration date of the 9th, which is tomorrow. So the price will start dropping literally with every hour or two because the expiration is very, very close. But some people like this strategy. Most people, if they're bullish they're in the options, they're buying call options. That's what a lot of people are doing because if they're right, you can potentially make massive returns in a short period of time. Even if you come over here to, say, the 10th or the 15th, which is next week. If you wanted to buy, and you can buy a 10th of a call option, but if you wanted to come down here and buy this call option for $1,900 by next week, If all of a sudden, Bitcoin went up 50% in a month, well, if that duplicated, you would end up making 3-4 times your money all within a week. This is what a lot of people are doing. That's kind of a lottery ticket game. This is not how I do options at all, just so you know. I sell options. Now, we know that volatility could be coming to the market. I don't for certain know if the market's going to go up or down, even though it looks like it could be bullish. I don't know that for certain. But I feel much more certain that we're going to have a lot of volatility today. So because I feel like we're going to have a lot of volatility, what I personally would be looking to do, and probably will do, is I'll look at something close like tomorrow or the next day. And I will wait for the volatility to spike a little bit. See, I don't have to, this is a margin of safety. I don't have to do anything. But if all of a sudden this price pops up and I see all of a sudden we're at 2.5%, 3.5%, 4.5% and above, when you see volatility, these premiums is what they're called. These premiums spike in price as well. Then what I would do is I would wait until the premium spiked in price to maximize my profit, if that happened. And then I will go, the price is going up, I will go way up here above the market. Expiration is tomorrow, and I'll buy something, I'll sell. I'm not going to buy, I'm going to sell one of these two options. So essentially, I'm selling a put to somebody who is buying it. They're buying it because they think the price is going to go up before expiration tomorrow. I'm selling it because I know that I have right here about roughly an 86% chance is what that means. An 86% chance of winning the trade. Here I have an 89% chance of winning the trade. But watch. I don't know if, I can't pull it up, but it's about 800. I know on stream it may mess up the stream, but it's about if I selected this, it's about $800 that I would tie up in my capital. Let me show you. My buying power. This is my collateral. This is what my account's going to be worth when all these finish expiring. Notice I sold. These are puts I sold. I sold a 60,000 put for March 22nd. I sold a 36,000 put for March 29th. Now, in this scenario here, I would play the volatility. I'll wait for the volatility spike. Some people call it a vol spike, literally. I would wait for the volatility spike, wait for the price to move. I'll be watching it throughout the day. I'll set my alerts up. When the price moves, I know those premiums are going to be juicy. And then what I'm going to do, it'll take about $800 of my buying power, but I will buy 0.1. I won't buy a whole one. I keep saying buy. I won't sell a whole one. I'll sell 0.1. So 0.1 of a Bitcoin call at tomorrow. Again, I said roughly $800. It's like, let me go to calls. This is easier. It's like 800, and if you have any questions, you can ask in the chat. But it's like $880 or whatever. So if let's just say I sold this, I'm gonna make roughly $7 in 24 hours on my $800. Now that doesn't sound like much, but keep in mind that's almost 1% on my money in a 24-hour period. And if we have a volatility spike, there's $8 right there. If we have a volatility spike, then this same option could go for more. It make the exact same, 0.12. When volatility spikes, this could go for $90, $100, and I still have the same chance of success. If I want to take on a little bit more risk, give me an 85% chance of success, 84% chance of success, then that same $880 would give me almost $10 in profit. Again, I would sell 0.1 of these. Now, how does that work? Essentially, it's going to show that I'm losing money on the trade. It's going to show negative once I sell that. But as time passes, and as long as the price doesn't go up past that, by tomorrow, the numbers will be green just like this. Then it will expire. I will lock in my profits, and I'm going to make those profits all within a single day's time period. In fact, maybe tomorrow, if I go live tomorrow, I'll be able to actually show you that. But I'll be able to make those profits in a single day's time period. Now, I typically sell a 24-hour option almost every day. And normally I do that in the morning. I'm waiting today because I know there's a good probability that we have a volatility spike. And the reason I know that is because I'm watching the market. Look at this. That's beautiful. The reason I know that is because I'm watching the market. So I want to see us at about 2.5%, 3% right here. And when that happens, I'll keep an eye on it about every hour or so. And I have alerts if it goes over 3% to alert me. At that point, that's when I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go to calls. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to look for something that's going to give me, hopefully, 13% or less. I like to just be safe. Now, if the pricing doesn't come up for whatever reason, and a lot of this times it's because people aren't buying them that close. They're like, I don't know if it's going to go to 72,000. What I might have to do is roll out one day just to get something a little bit better. And I like to be closer to 10% chance of losing, which makes me 90% chance of winning. That's where I like to be at theoretically. But if I can get something at like this delta, again, this is the probability of losing rate basically. If I can get something at 0.1112 and this spikes and gives me $8 or $9, again, I'm selling 1/10, so I'm getting 1/10 of this right now. $6.80 is what I would get for my $800. But if I can get that to, $9, $10, that would be beautiful. And that's what I'm hoping if we see a significant volatility spike. So we'll just have to wait and see. Any questions on that? If not, I'm going to go to ETH. And again, that may be a little bit complex. You just got to kind of understand a little bit about calls and options. By the way I started learning this stuff was just reading up on it because I thought it was fascinating. And when I understood that there's ways to make trades that give you an 80 to 90% chance of success. And there's ways to, what is the risk? The risk is, the price could skyrocket and I could lose, quote unquote, tons of money and get liquidated. But the reality of that actually happening when I'm already giving myself an 80 to 90% chance of success, the reality of that actually happening is you can close out the trade. You don't have to lose it all. Just watch it and close it out. But typically you're going to be good. And then you can come over here and sell an option that's further out here because you'll see they're worth a bit more money. Watch this. If I go to March 29th, 0.2 right here, it gives me 12. Oh, look at that. Did you see that? See, we're already seeing some spike. That's good. Oh, I might get off here and make this trade. Oh, that's for the 10th. That's why. Okay. See, just one day made that big a difference. $8 one day, the same probability of success. It's $12. If you come out to 29th, %, probability of success, $71, and we're all the way up at 84,000. 84,000. What are the odds we make it to 84,000? I can tell you, we have only a 15% chance based on current volatility that could happen. So if the trade goes bad, if it goes against me, all I'll do is I'll close it out and then I'll sell one that's further out and make my money back essentially. You only in extreme volatility where it shoots up and shoots down like we had a couple weeks ago, am I going to ever lose money on my current option strategy? Very rarely do I lose money as long as I pay attention to it. All right. And if that's too complex, Jenny works. 54,000 followers. No kidding. You know why? Because she never loses money. She doesn't make a ton of money, but she don't lose it either. People who give copy trading a bad name, I think it's nuts. Because look, she made very little money, but she popped up there. She popped up there. Let's go look at her account assets. See, she has her own funds in here most likely, and she's very conservative with it compared to most traders. 22% a year, but hey, you can't make that in a traditional banking system, that's for sure. And she has, look, she's only ever had a drawdown of 0.22%. She's trading the most solid asset on the planet, right? So, she ain't making a bunch of trades. She's not super exciting, but she's probably where I'll eventually start stacking some cash that I keep over here in the copy trading platform because you can't keep taking on significant risk while eventually getting burned. We're over $500 for the day. That's incredible. Hey, I want to talk about Ethereum, but let's go check out my derivatives trade. You can trade derivatives on Lyra, by the way, but I usually use Lyra just for my options trades. Lyra, however you say it. Check this out. Oh, 68,000 over here. Now ETH could be going to $10,000, some are saying, and I'm going to show you a news story where they're saying exactly that here in a moment. But look at this. You guys watch me make this trade. You guys watch me. This is crazy. I only put $629 in this trade. You saw me do this. I went in at 2 different times. I went in. I did it with 10x leverage. Now I did it with 10x leverage because at the time it got me, I think, below was it 2,300? Where's my liquidation point? It tells me 28. Okay, 28. Oh, that's estimated liquidation price. 28. So right under here, 28.30 is my liquidation price. 28.30. So I'm under these support levels on the daily chart, and the price is way up here right now. I'm waiting. I will be either. I'm probably going to buy some more ETH. I'm waiting for a daily red candle, and I'm going to be using some of my copy trading profits. And I actually have about $300 I'm going to bring in as well. I'm probably going to add a $600 or more to this position. I probably will not do a 10x leverage. I'll probably only do 3 to 5 because I want to keep my liquidation price quite low. So I want to be mindful of that. So the key is make certain you don't lose. Always be conservative. People get hurt in crypto when it comes to trading crypto in all forms of investing because they just take on too much risk trying to be impatient. We are in one of the fastest growing asset classes in the world. You don't have to be impatient. You do not have to be impatient. Why take on 10x leverage? If Ethereum is going to go to $10,000 in this bull cycle, which is possible, that narrative is out there. It's absolutely possible. Not financial advice at all. Nothing in my videos is financial advice. I'm a very biased cryptocurrency YouTuber, but it's possible. The reason that it's possible, though, is because there's several developments coming. I touched on them yesterday, and this news story hit on it perfectly. It said Ether could run to $10,000 or higher this year in the next 12 months on numerous catalysts. This is according to Bitwise. So this is the current narrative. Essentially, we got the Duncan or Dinkin, however you say it. We got that upgrade coming right here pretty much anytime. This is some people are saying this should theoretically boost the earnings of the layer 2s, the participation in the layer 2 ecosystem. And if that happens, then it's going to absolutely push Ethereum price up. The question is always if it happens. Just keep that in mind. If it happens. But if that happens, then it could push the price up. The Ethereum ETF is expected. Most people are still saying that it's most likely going to happen this year. If that happens, then the Dinkin, whatever. If the upgrade happens, and then we end up getting the ETF, that's going to be a big deal. Plus, down here they talk about with the fact that Ethereum's deflationary, the restaking boom's coming on with the eigenlayer, a bit more interest in decentralized finance. If all that happens, if we see the restaking boom play out, we see interest come back to DeFi, and we see that this upgrade to the Ethereum blockchain goes through and it has the positive effects that it is expected, and we get the ETF. If all 4 of those happen, there's a very strong likelihood we could see a $10,000 Ethereum. No question about it. This is why when you see me making trades like this is why I'm playing that, and I'm trying to play it conservative, but and I'm under what I see as support levels. But keep in mind, even for me, $600 over here, that's not the end of the world. We're not talking about my hodl bag. We are talking, first of all, crypto. The fiat that I bring into crypto is a small percentage of all of my investing. Now, the truth is, my crypto overall, all of my crypto adds up significantly because of the appreciating market. I don't like sell my crypto to rebalance my portfolio. I just keep a certain amount I just keep adding to my hodl wallet, my long-term hodl wallet. But when you see me making trades and going after like passive income, and you see me doing stuff like this, those of you that are following my journey, just know this, all of this is happening with a subset of my hodl wallet. Like even though it looks like I take on risky trades, I'm far more conservative than what it appears when you see my channel, because I get excited about this stuff. This is the stuff that I actively manage. Hodling crypto is boring. It's profitable. It's one of the most profitable things we can do, but it's boring and it doesn't earn me passive income. And I like when my crypto earns me crypto. That's what I'm all about. Like, I absolutely love that. And ultimately, end of the day, a big portion of that goes right back to my HODL wallet. So I have my crypto earning crypto adding to my HODL wallet. And I keep thinking maybe I'll map all that out for all of you in a video. You can let me know in the comments if you actually want to see that. By the way, if this has been informative for you at all, please do me a favor and smash that like button. Any questions or comments, let me know. I'll stay online for another minute or two. In case you have anything you want to chat about, anything you want to talk about, I'm more than willing to take a look at it. Links for BingX, if you want to check them out, it is an affiliate link. You'll be supporting my channel. You can follow me down below as well. Just subscribe to follow my journey. Also, there is a link for Lyra. Those of you that understand options trading, then I encourage you to check out Lyra. What they're doing it in a more decentralized way. They basically have a private blockchain that's built off the Optimism stack, and it's their own Lyra chain. But it makes it easy to come in, deposit on Lyra, and then you basically are able to trade. Trades go through very quickly, and it has a very strong decentralized layer to it. There's no KYC, AML, nothing like that. It's really interesting. It's really fascinating. All right, any questions, any comments? Say hello before you say goodbye. Don't forget to smash the like button. By all means, hit the freaking like button. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I absolutely appreciate you being here with me. I love this stuff. I love talking about it. I love looking at the news. I love discussing the narratives, thinking through the narratives. And at the end of the day, I love being in this space and love what it does. I believe cryptocurrency is going to change the world. And I believe this technology is the last technology currently available to us, or the latest technology currently available to us. The first time in history we've had this technology available that allows average independent people, average individuals to be able to have true financial independence without needing the consent and agreement of a government or a bank or any other financial institution. Decentralized cryptocurrency equals freedom. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.